your screens, ladies and gentlemen, are visuals that have shamed the national capital once again. This is no fight club, but Delhi Assembly, where the voice of dissent in the form of rebel Aam Aadmi Party MLA Kapil Mishra was muzzled by brute majority. Only because Mishra leveled serious graft charges against the Delhi Chief Minister. But while the Aam Aadmi Party may have been successful in silencing those who question their claims of being anti-graft crusaders in the assembly, they won't be able to muzzle our voice. We will continue to question them and demand accountability for their actions. Today, we once again bring you yet another expose that puts Kejriwal's chosen Mantri Satyendra Jain in the dock. Times Now has accessed documents that reveal some of the lands that belong to Delhi's Minister Satyendra Jain have been seized by tax sleuths. In fact, it is this Income Tax Act in which against Satyendra Jain's only defense has been demolished by people who worked with him and completely routed crores of money through their shell companies to Jain's company. The entire income tax department goes on to say that the money received in the form of share capital from shell companies was used for buying land, and hence cash from Benami transactions got converted into land. The charges are serious, and the Aam Aadmi Party's intimidation tactics won't help their cause at all. This, ladies and gentlemen, in my hand is the document of the income tax. This document, which is Prohibition of Benami Property Transactions Act of 1988, under that action taken by the Income Tax Department. And serious charges have been leveled in this document. This document relates to MS Akinchan Developers Private Limited, A2 Ground Floor, Shiv Mandir Marg, Mandauli, Falspur, Delhi. This is a document that is of the 24th of May 2017. So very recently the income tax documents have shown us that properties of Satyendra Jain have been attached under the Prohibition of Benami Property Transactions Act. And let us see what the income tax authorities have found in these documents. These are extremely revealing documents. These documents say Shri Satyendra Kumar Jain, in his reply dated March 2017 and his statement under section 19 of the Prohibition of Benami Properties Transaction Act, has altogether denied that he had any knowledge about the bogus share entries obtained by MS Akinchan Developers Private Limited. Shri Satyendra Kumar Jain cannot deny the fact that this statement is now refuted by several witnesses. In fact, it goes on to say the fact that Shri Satyendra Kumar Jain was actively involved in the ownership and management of the company is further reinforced by the following documentary evidence. Documentary evidence number 1, which says Satyendra Kumar Jain held 23.91% shares in Akinchan Developers in 2010 and 2011. In 2015-16, his wife Poonam Jain was holding 19.06 shares of Akinchan Developers. It's also notable that Satyendra Kumar Jain is one of the directors in the financial years 2010 and 2011. Satyendra Kumar Jain has signed as a director of the company in the balance sheet for these years. Satyendra Kumar Jain has authorized signatory of the company signed the conveyance deed for purchase of 2 properties in the years 2013-14 and also in para 2. So it is 2 properties that has been bought. These are the list of properties that have been described by the Income Tax Authority. 1/4 share in agricultural land measuring 64 biga in Khatta number 150 in Khasra numbers, these situated in Ochandi village in Delhi. Also a second in Bhavana, third in Ochandi, 4th in Ochandi and 5th in Ochandi, worth 6 crore 50 lakh rupees. That's the value of these properties which have now been attached. And what this document also goes on to say that Mr. Satyendra Jain, the beneficial, is the owner person who was controlling and managing funds through Kolkata-based shell companies. 125 shell companies. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 125 shell companies operating from 3 addresses in Kolkata were controlling the money transfer from these people. And who are the 3 middlemen? Shri Rajendra Bansal, Shri Jivendra Mishra and Shri J.P. Mohta. 3 directors who have given their witness accounts, and those witness accounts are attached in this entire document by the Income Tax Department's 3 individuals who have given their testimonies for this entire issue. All of these details coming out in the dirty trail of Satyendra Jain's money. Jivendra Mishra, who's an Hawala operator, what does he say? He says the main business was to provide accommodation entries through shell companies to various beneficiaries in the form of share capital. That's Jivendra Mishra, Hawala operator, who's named in this particular order of the Income Tax Department. Accommodation entries in the form of share capital were provided to Akinchan developers between 2010 and 2016. Cash was provided by Jain's employees Suresh and Sanjay, who were transferred back to these companies through checks issued by the shell companies. That's the entire flow chart that has been described by Jivendra Mishra. Rajendra Bansal, another Hawala operator, says with the Jivendra Mishra, it was Rajendra Bansal who was also providing information and accommodation entries. He was introduced to Satyendra Kumar Jain by J.P. Mohta, the auditor of his Jain group of companies, and he had met these 3 individuals several times. J.P. Mohta, also auditor of Satyendra Jain's company, has endorsed the views that have been given by Jivendra Mishra and Rajendra Bansal. All of this information is contained in this order that has been given by the Income Tax Department, which clearly says that Satyendra Jain, who so far claimed to be a witness in this entire case, and he said when he was summoned by the Income Tax Department, Satyendra Jain said that he was only a witness and he would give all his depositions to the Income Tax Department. Now the Income Tax Department says his reply dated 16th of March 2017 and his deposition under Section 19 of the Prohibition of Benami Properties Transactions Act have all been found to be completely false, and that is the entire conclusion that has been drawn by the Income Tax Department, clearly showing that Mr. Satyendra Jain, who had denied he had anything, the fact that Shri Satyendra Kumar Jain was actively involved in the ownership and management of the company is further reinforced by the following documentary evidences, all the evidences listed here. Let me also show you some very important notings of this particular note. What does this note goes on to say? This note says, for transactions that happened during the year 2015 and 2016, the cash was handled by me and entries were provided by entities controlled by myself, that is Bansal, Jivendra Mishra and Abhishek Chokhani. During the handling of the cash transaction, I had contact with Mr. Sanjay and Mr. Suresh, who are employees of Satyendra Jain. Overall, the cash transactions and accommodation entries were done under the supervision and instruction of Satyendra Jain, having the contact number and the phone number of Satyendra Jain has been given here. So every single entry had the blessings of Satyendra Jain. That is something that has been deposed by the Hawala operators who have been questioned in this entire case. Let me go across to my colleague Bhavtosh Singh, who joins me live. Bhavtosh, the complete lid being blown off this entire issue. You have been able to speak to some of the income tax department officials. The fact that 3 testimonies of Rajendra Bansal, of Jivnesh Mishra and J.K. Hota, all of them point to one particular fact, that it is Satyendra Jain who was using the route of shell companies to actually convert money from black into white by selling shares at 190 rupees and buying them back at 10 rupees per share, and then putting this money for land purchase sale, where it's also stated in the CBI FIR, which says that Mr. Satyendra Jain is now misusing his position as a minister to try and convert these agricultural lands into residential areas.
Yes, Navika, that's the damning submission by the Income Tax Department. They have said that they have carried out their investigation. Initially, his properties, 200 bighas property in northwest and outer Delhi, were seized for a period of 3 months. But the final report, a copy of which is with Times now, clearly shows that Income Tax has now believed that all the claims that have been made by Satyendra Jain are false, and that's the reason why his properties now will remain seized for a period of 1 year. Senior officials in the Income Tax Department who investigated Satyendra Jain, they have said that none of them, be it Satyendra Jain, Poonam Jain, or his 2 nephews, Ankur and Vaibhav Jain, have managed to explain that black money was used to convert white. While he claimed that he was just a witness and that he was no longer associated with the company, the period that is under investigation, that is between 2010, 2011 and 2012, 2013, that's 2-year period, at least 16 crore rupees were laundered by them and was converted from black into white. And the Income Tax has been carrying out investigation on Satyendra Jain for a very long time. This is the final report that has been submitted by the Income Tax Department. They now say that it's up to the CBI to see whether the case is fit to be pursued further. They have said that a preliminary inquiry has been filed by the CBI, and in days to come it could be possible that the CBI will file an FIR and will also take into custody Satyendra Jain.
Well, Bhabtosh, that's an important point, and if I can ask my camera person to focus on these documents, this clearly shows the statements that have been recorded. It says cash transactions and accommodation entries were done under the supervision and instruction of Shri Satyendra Kumar Jain over the mobile number of Shri Satyendra Kumar Jain. He also provided the mobile numbers of these persons, including Mr. Satyendra Jain, on which he used to communicate with him. Finally, he also admitted that cash was transferred from Delhi to Kolkata through Hawala operators. So cash was transferred from Delhi to Kolkata through Hawala operators, and Shri J.P. Mota, who is also the accountant, the chief accountant of the company, and Shri Bablu Pathak used to give instructions on behalf of Shri Satyendra Kumar Jain over phone about the cash transfer. So Hawala routes were used. Let me go across to my colleague Anand, who's joining me from the studios in Mumbai. Anand, can you take our viewers through the entire pattern of how this flowchart used to work? How was this money transferred at a premium of 190 rupees and bought back at 10 rupees? And how did this entire Hawala money go from Delhi to Kolkata and be routed back for land purchases here in Delhi in the name of Akinchan Developers, a company owned by Satyendra Jain in 2010 and 2012?
Yes, Navika, and we have to tell our viewers, this is just one small example. We've just put out this flowchart, and this is how money was being round-tripped regularly. This might be for a land deal, but one wonders how much cash has been round-tripped like this and what all they stumble upon now. So Satyendra Jain, and then on the other side, you'd see the flowchart as it flows out. His aides, Suresh and Sanjay, they paid cash to these 2 people who are Hawala operators in Jivendra Mishra and Rajendra Bansal. And what did these people do? They used, like you mentioned, 122 Hawala companies across 3 addresses in Kolkata, and they used this money, round-tripped it, and then used it to pay cash to Akinchan Developers, of which Satyendra Jain was a former director. Now, this whole amount right now, what we are putting out here is about 4.85 crore rupees, which was rotated like this. This was cash which was rotated. So it gets paid through his aides. His aides paid to the Hawala operators. They use the shell companies they're operating out of from 3 addresses in Kolkata and pay back Akinchan developers by check. So that's how this entire money was being flushed, washed, and then brought back into the system as white by Satyendra Jain and his aides. He clearly was a director of this company, a former director, so he might want to distance himself, but we've put out the time period too, 2010 to 2016, when this entire, this bungling was done, this round tripping was done.
The entire incident के आज आप पे जब गोलियां हेलो सर मुझे आपसे बस पूछना था आप क्या नरेट कर सकते हैं पूरा इंसिडेंट के आज दोपहर को आपके साथ क्या हुआ जब आप पे गोलियां चली थी
12 बजे के आसपास मैं अपने घर से जब गाजियाबाद के लिए निकल रहा था तो गौड़ इंटरनेशनल एक स्कूल है गौड़ सिटी में जिधर मैं रहता हूँ उसी के पास में हार्डली 500-600 मीटर की दूरी पर एक बाइक पर 2 लड़के जिन्होंने हेलमेट लगाए हुए थे उन्होंने मेरी गाड़ी को ओवरटेक किया बिल्कुल गौड़ इंटरनेशनल स्कूल के सामने बिल्कुल उसके गेट पर और उसमें से जो पीछे लड़का बैठा हुआ था उसने पिस्टल को जो है कॉक करके लोड करके और मेरी गाड़ी पे शूट जैसे किया तो उसका पिस्टल मिस हो गया इसमें क्या हुआ कि जो स्कूल के या वहाँ जो ऑलरेडी रेजिडेंशियल सोसाइटीज़ हैं उनके गार्ड और कुछ वहाँ के जो लोकल पर्सन्स थे वो लोग इकट्ठा होने शुरू हुए कि गोली चला रहा है गोली चला रहा है गोली चला रहा है इस तरीके से थोड़ा सा हल्ला गुल्ला किया तो जब वो मेरी तरफ शूट कर रहा था तो मैंने अपना डोर थोड़ा सा खोल के पैर बाहर निकाल के और मैं बचने के लिए खुद को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए मैं थोड़ा सा नीचे डाउन हुआ और उसने जब एकदम शूट किया तो मेरे को आवाज़ आई पिट की तरह जैसे गोली चलनी चाहिए इतने के बाद जो है उसने दोबारा कॉक करने की कोशिश करी तो वो लोग कुछ लोगों ने कहा कि इसको उड़ा दो गाड़ी ऊपर चढ़ा के वो बस तुरंत उसने 1 सेकंड नहीं लगाया तुरंत वो बाइक पर बैठा बाइक पर बैठने के बाद वो लोग तेजी से भागे तो मेरा कजिन जो ऑलरेडी ड्राइव कर रहा था उसने गाड़ी को बहुत आगे तक उसके पीछे लेकर के गया लेकिन वो लोग कच्चों रास्तों पर लोकल रास्तों पर निकल करके वो लोग फरार हो गए वहाँ से फिर वो लोग हमारे हाथ में
ACB carried out searches at various places including Delhi Secretariat. They have in fact started a discreet probe in this case. Allegations that were leveled by Kapil Mishra was that there is an undue or unfair shortage of pharmaceuticals in the capital, primarily because of a corruption between Delhi government officials and major pharmaceutical companies. Now, on basis of the allegations that were leveled by Kapil Mishra and that complaint in fact was forwarded to ACB, the ACB have started carrying out searches. Now, no FIR in this case has been filed. But top sources in the Anti-Corruption Bureau have said that all the allegations that were leveled by Kapil Mishra, probe has been ordered. What could be embarrassing for Delhi government is the fact that the Secretariat, which houses the office of the Chief Minister and that also of the Health Minister, has been searched by ACB. Apart from that, in 3 other places, ACB officials have gone and collected some documents. It's likely that in days to come, ACB will file an FIR in this case. This would be the 5th FIR that will be filed in a policy decision of Delhi government. Earlier, they had filed an FIR in the PWD scam, in which the complainant claimed that there is a scam worth at least 10 crore rupees. The amount of this scam, according to Kapil Mishra, is much, much more. And he has said that there is a connivance not only of government officials, but this was done at the of top
Delhi High Court has refused to stay proceedings against Delhi Health Minister Satyendra Jain. We are given to understand that Satyendra Jain has been under the income tax scanner in an alleged Hawala case. So clearly more trouble for Aam Aadmi Party, and now with Delhi High Court refusing to stay on proceedings against Delhi Minister, there is going to be more problems as far as Delhi Health Minister Satyendra Jain is concerned, because High Court has refused the stay on proceedings. Anisha, my colleague on the phone line. Yes, Anisha.
Satyendra Jain today again approached the Delhi High Court seeking stay on the IT department proceedings that are currently going on. The High Court has, however, declined to issue any stay on the proceedings. They said that the matter has to go on the way it is. The IT department needs to IT department needs to consider what is happening. The IT department is continuing its investigations currently. IT had provisionally attached certain properties a few days ago, alleging that these were bought on the Benami transactions. Now, further details are yet to be clarified since the court order is not yet available. What we know as of right now is that he had approached the High Court seeking a stay on the IT department proceedings, but the court has declined a stay for now.
गाड़ी से एवेन्यू 5 गौड़ सिटी से निकल करके गाजियाबाद की तरफ जा रहा था और सोसाइटी के अंदर ही गॉड इंटरनेशनल स्कूल पड़ता है, उसके गेट के सामने दो लड़कों ने जिन्होंने हेलमेट लगाए हुए थे और मेरी गाड़ी को ओवरटेक किया। ओवरटेक करते ही उन्होंने पिस्टल निकाल के और मेरी तरफ बिल्कुल फ्रंट वाले शीशे पर मेरी तरफ उन्होंने एकदम शूट करने की कोशिश करी। इतने ही जो स्कूल के गॉड इंटरनेशनल स्कूल के गार्ड थे और वहाँ के स्थानीय लोग थे और जो वहाँ ठेले और लगाने वाले लोग थे, उन्होंने एकदम हल्ला मचाया और उन्होंने कहा गोली चला रहा है, गोली चला रहा है, गोली चला रहा है। ऐसे करके जो है पूरा वो लोग उसकी तरफ उन्होंने भागने की कोशिश करी। तो मेरा जो साथी था जो गाड़ी चला रहा था उसने भी उसका पीछा किया, लेकिन वो लोग भाग गए। कारण यही मुझे रोकने की कोशिश करी जा रही है कि दिल्ली सरकार के और PWD के जो मैं बराबर करप्शंस को एक्सपोज करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं और बराबर एक्सपोज कर रहा हूं वो ना हो, क्योंकि पूरी तरीके से इसमें सरकार घिरती नज़र आ रही है।